All right, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Kashikwala.
And Brother Zakaria.
Coming from you from the GMS Atlanta Church here in Georgia, giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. And today we're just going to get into prophecy, because prophecy is never ending. The works of the Lord never go away, man. Matter of fact, let's start with that. Get Sirach, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 16, verse 26, I think.
You said 26?
Yeah, 16, verse 26.
God, this is Ecclesiasticus 16, verse 26. The works of the Lord are done in judgment from the beginning, and from the time He made them, He disposed the parts thereof.
That's right. And He says, from the time He made them, which are the elect. And it says His works are from the beginning. So keep going.
Verse 27. He garnished His works forever.
That's right. He garnished His works forever. Okay? So if we're going into prophecy, you should always have content, because there's always prophecy going on forever and ever. That's a part of the Lord's work. Okay? So we read that.
And there's even going to be prophecy in the kingdom that's going to be going forever and ever. That wisdom, knowledge, and understanding going to keep increasing.
That's right. That's crazy. I just did a video on that yesterday.
Oh, for real?
Yep. But go ahead.
But continue. This in and His hand are the chief of them who until all generations. They neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their works.
That's right. Nor cease from the works. And that goes into saying that even when these prophecies are done in this realm, when the kingdom comes down, prophecies will be fulfilled in that realm too. So there's always work to be done. All right. So we can go ahead and go into Joel, because this is part of the works, man. This is part of the works. These prophecies got to come to pass. And as long as there's prophecies, there's work to be done. Okay? Joel 3 and 9.
And even in the kingdom, we're still going to be working. It's just going to be on the righteous side. It's a lot. That's the wrong one. Joel what? 3
and 9.
3 and 9. This is Joel 3 and 9.
Well, actually, let's just start at 1.
All right, Joel 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down unto the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Now, has that happened yet? No. So we still got to put it in the work. We still got to put these curses on these nations, and we still got to put curses on America and these wicked 2/3 and heathen people. So this can start coming to pass, man. Because the more we start laboring, the harder we labor, the quicker these prophecies are gonna come to pass. Because we're trying to get the hell up out of here. Go ahead.
And we plead with them, therefore my people, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
Now that is a prophecy that did come to pass. These other nations did scatter us. Ultimately, it was up to the Lord who would scatter us, but they put it that meaning scattered. They took us into captivity. We were under captivity to every single nation. There's 18 nations, including us. So we were in captivity to all 17 nations: the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Hamites, all of them.
Throughout the four corners.
Throughout the four corners. That's why you read in the first book of Maccabees, I want to say the 3rd chapter, and it may the 2nd chapter, where it says, which nations have not taken of our spoil. That's right. And that's a rhetorical question. What nation hasn't? All nations have, man. And that's the answer to that question. So go ahead, bro.
Imparted my land.
Imparted my land. Because when Esau and other nations came in, they started naming the lands after themselves. So go ahead.
In verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
That faggot shit, man.
Yeah,
Esau would pop our little children, little boys, even the grown men. It's called buck breaking, and also our little children for wine, man. They're telling us that the children of the Most High are not even worth as much as a glass of wine. All right, bet. So go ahead.
That they may drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Terry and Zidon? and all the cost of Palestine,
The coast of Palestinians, go ahead.
Con.
Philistines.
Will ye render me in recompense?
That's right. Render me in recompense. Get Second Thessalonians 1:6.
2 Thessalonians 1:6.
Yeah, because it said render me in recompense. Like you're gonna pay me back for all those atrocities.
Con.
Okay, and like the brother said, prophecies are never ending.
Con.
And in the kingdom, we're just gonna be doing a righteous work, and this is a righteous work to get recompense or payback. So go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulations to them that trouble you.
That's right, and that's happening on a small scale now. All right, and it's about to happen because the Zephaniah chapter 1:12 is about to start coming to pass. Okay, where he's gonna start scoping these niggas out, and he's gonna start getting recompense for for them niggas troubling the men of the Lord, man.
Con.
Okay, and that's on a small scale, but you can even tie that into prophecy, because have we got paid back against Esau and these other nations yet? Nope. Isaiah 63:4 needs to come to pass. We still got work to do, man.
Con.
As long as there's prophecy, there's work to do.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to expound on anything, bro.
Con. Yeah, you're right. There will always be prophecy. There will always be work to do. Because even when Esau comes down, he told us to go get them and put them into captivity. That's a part of our work.
Jeremiah 16:16.
Con. We basically we're basically taking control of the earth. We're gathering all these nations, bringing them back, and putting them into slavery.
That's right.
We have to make the Hamites be the taskmakers. Taskmasters. Yeah. We're gonna put everybody in their place.
That's right.
We're gonna humble these women down. That's work. We're gonna go out there where all the mansions are.
Well, Revelations, the 2nd chapter, is all a part of that. When it says we'll rule with a rod of iron. Ruling with a rod of iron takes work.
Gone.
We just ain't going. He's gonna give it to us, but don't mean we're just gonna sit on our asses.
Man,
no.
we're gonna get every piece of you Edomites, man.
That's right.
That's part of our work.
If you're a king, you gotta delegate things.
Gone.
Okay. The scriptures say we're all kings and priests, and we'll be heirs to Yahushua, and Yahushua is a king. Okay.
Gone.
So a king has to delegate and do the works of a king.
Yeah,
you don't just sit on your ass. Did King Solomon sit on his ass? Did King David sit on his ass? Shit. Did even King Saul sit on his ass? No, man. Nope. They were kingly, and they had kingly things to take care of, man. It's the same thing that's gonna happen in the kingdom. You can keep going. You could drop the Thessalonians
and go back to Joel.
Because we're gonna get recompense, and you could just jump down to verse 9 for the sake of time. Because this prophecy, there's an article out. The brother at Tazwan put in a group text. He said there's an article that says North and South Korea are talking about squashing their beef pretty much. They've been in war since like 1950. All because of, when you do the research, America funded South Korea to fight against North Korea. Henceforth, they've had animosity towards each other since 1950. And both nations are Moabites. That's how the Edomites come in and separate nations. That's how the Edomites separated the Israelites, man. They do the same thing to the other nations, and they do it to themselves as well. Everybody has animosity over everybody. Edomites against Edomites, Moabites against Moabites. But it's coming to that Matthew, I think, 24, where it says, nation shall rise up against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Everybody's going back to their ethnicity. That's why you see North and South Korea trying to ally again. And watch, they're going to come up against America. So go ahead, bro.
This is Joel 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Salah. Wake up the mighty men. Let all men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your
pruning hooks
into spears.
That's right. And those are like farming tools, and you make them into weapons. But in this case, it's taking money out of their agriculture or their education sectors and putting it into the military and bulking up the military. That's what it's speaking about today. So go ahead.
And let the weak say, I am strong.
That's right. That's why you see North and South Korea, they're gonna gang up with each other and go against America at the end of the day. But this is just the inception of it. It's a prophecy that's coming to pass, and this is what we're reading right here.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
That's right.
And then there cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's right, the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment, man, or the decision, the valley of decision, man. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so what Israel bombed Syria? Well, Syria intercepted most of Israel's not ICBMs, but just missiles that they shot over there. But that's another scripture in Jeremiah, I think 49:20, if I'm not mistaken, where it says the least shall draw them out. All right, so Israel's over there. Great Britain bombed over Syria. France bombed over Syria. Turkey's over there in Syria. Syria's in Syria. Russia's in Syria. China's in Syria. Everybody's gathering to Syria. Soon North and South Korea are going to be in Syria. Okay? Now, all these other nations are going to be up in Syria. But it's all of the part of the Lord's algorithm. He's gathering these nations, and he's going to put them in one spot. So 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, can come to pass. And y'all motherfuckers are going to get put out. And he's going to cleanse that land and put us back in our land. And the first things y'all going to do, the Edomites at least, is bury the dead bodies. And you Moabites, like the scriptures say, y'all going to be our wash pots. Wash these damn dishes. You know
That's what they're good at, too.
Yeah, exactly. You know, other than cooking dog. You know?
Yeah, they're cleaning the hell out of some dishes.
Hell yeah.
I seen them do it in person.
Hell yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna continue in verse 12. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
That's right. And then I will sit there to judge the heathen round about. 2nd Ezra 13th chapter, man. You know, the point of the matter, we're just bringing out prophecies that have to come to pass, man, and that still yet have came to pass. I ain't seen no nuclear bombs go off in the valley of Jehoshaphat. I ain't seen no legions of chariots come. Yahushai's big chariot, because he said every eye shall see. It hasn't came yet.
Yep.
We haven't got beamed up, Lord willing, we're the elect 144. America's not taken down yet. The chip ain't pushed out at a world scale yet. There ain't no famine, pestilence, and diseases and martial law yet. So we still got to keep pushing until them things come to pass, man. Until the faith is finished, which you can read about in John the 17th chapter.
Come.
You know? So, you know, if you wanted to, you know, have any final, you know, closing remarks.
Oh, no, you got it, bro. You know, it's well put.
Gone.
You know,
So
certain prophecies haven't been passed yet, you know. It's certain ones just now being open, but it's just on a low level.
That's right.
It just got to be pushed out there, you know. You don't see the man of the Lord, you know, flying and running super fast, and all that haven't came yet, you know.
That's right.
It's gonna come. It's like it's quickening.
It's kind of like if you get in your car and last night you forgot to turn the volume down. Like say you pulled up last night and you had the volume all the way up in your car. You wake up the next morning and get in your car and you turn your car on and it's like, bah! You know what I'm saying? The Most High is gradually turning up the volume. You know what I'm saying? And that gradual is that liberty that we're in. He's making us adjust to the sound, to the noise of it, and then get used to it so we can bear it. Because when you first get in the car in the morning, that thing blasting, you turning that thing all the way down.
Yeah, you got to get used to it.
You got to get used to it. And what is that used to it? Us building our faith, man. So, you know, again, man, I hope this lesson was edifying. And if there's prophecies, there's work to be done, man. Okay? So, again, man, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, peace, love, salutation to the elect 144, man. Shalom.
Shalom.